I have re-enabled gifting on my account, okay? But, if someone sends me 100 forma like last time, I will turn it off again. Be reasonable, people. Now, how the hell do I segue to the... Venato Prime is a lovely little site that was released with Caliban Prime that does primarily puncture damage and requires Mastery Rank 14. It sports a 34% crit chance with a 2.3 times crit multiplier and a lovely 32% status chance, while being decently fast with a base attack speed of 1.17 and having average range of 2.8. The unique thing about the Venato Prime, just like the standard Venato, is that whenever you proc status on an enemy with a hit, you also proc Tau on them. Now, just in case you don't know, Tau is a special damage type that's exclusive to the Sentients and Caliban that has its own status effect, which is effectively puncture but for status. It stacks up to 10 times, with each stack making the enemy 10% more vulnerable to status, so if you have full 10 stacks, you will proc twice as much status on the enemy. So basically an across-the-board upgrade for an already good melee weapon that also happens to have a really good unique trait. I'm certain this won't be busted at all, so let us give it a shot and see if it's any good. Shall we? I almost forgot actually, you get double combo generation with Caliban. Yeah, because you know, the Tau status wasn't crazy enough as it is. We're gonna go for the most basic bitch build you can imagine here with melee influence, because this has got to be one of the craziest influence sticks because of this Tau trait. Let's get a potato. I guess we're running Stalking Fan. It'd be a crime not to rank on the Overload here. Blood Rush and Galvanized Steel. We are absolutely running... Hello? What are you doing? I did warn you that this is gonna be a basic bitch build. Just blast Ellie and then attack speed, I guess, for the last slot. Yeah. Wowie. Yeah, it looks very, very cool. Let's actually take a closer look here. Hell yeah. Look at that. Okay, two things here. First of all, it's kind of nuts that we're killing these as fast as we are with 0 armor strip on a blast Ellie setup. That's wild. But also, influence does not spread Tau. I kind of expected it to do that. It's not like it matters though, as long as we get Tau on the enemy we're proliferating the influenced procs from, we're golden. This is gonna be stupid. I was correct, my dudes and dudettes. This is stupid. Bit sad we don't have Weeping Wounds though. Yeah, this is pretty much as stupid as I expected it to be. Hey everyone, say hello to Zoom, will you? One thing you could do if you want to go absolutely nuclear with this is actually run it on Valkyr, or just any frame with Warcry or Arcane Strike to get attack speed that way, and then you could run Weeping Wounds, but that is like an excessive amount of power. What?
Krakata.
Excuse me? How? I know there was an exclamation point, so it was a second tier red grade, but 5 mil with the light attack? Okay, let's get another V. Attack Speedo. We're still running without Tennokai, mind you. 1.9, but yeah, this is just gross. I don't even want to know what this will do with Tennokai. And I thought the dual Vicus was a crazy influence stat stick with its innate gas damage. Turns out, I mean, it is crazy. The dual Vicus is crazy, but this is crazier. Come here. Oh, damn. Yeah, the upfront damage is pretty crazy too. Here comes the final forma. Let's put on the final forma. Here comes the final forma. Now I can run Tennokai. Boop. There it is. We're gonna go with the Opportunities Reach just to get more range, because we're not actually running Reach here. Oosh.
Clum.
34 mil. Sure. Here's why this weapon is so wild, okay? It has top of the line single target because the upfront damage is insane. So it just like one-shots thing. And then you have influence with bonus status. Hello, Malice. Influence with bonus status from the Tau on top. Give me a proc. Yes. Sit down, bitch. Let's see how the Treasurer handles this. So far, so good. Wow. What? Okay. That's crazy. So let's go over our basic bitch build for the Venato Prime. It's a melee influence build because its unique trait synergizes with it really well, and we run Stalking Fan because it's a decent enough stance and it fits the polarity the weapon comes with. For our Tennokai trigger, we chose Opportunities Reach for a longer trigger window, but mainly for the extra range because we're not running Reach or Spring-Loaded Blade. And finally the mods, we run Condition Overload for melee damage, Blood Rush and Galvanized Steel for crit, Galvanized Elementalist for status damage and status chant, Berserker Fury for attack speed, and we top it off with Voltaic Strike, Volcanic Edge, and Vicious Frost for blast and electricity. However, if you want to go absolutely nuclear with this, take out Berserker Fury, put in Weeping Wounds for even more status, and then run either Warcry or Arcane Strike on your frame. I didn't do it because, well, it's just not necessary. You get more than enough status and more than enough clear with Influence even without Weeping Wounds. What you definitely want to do though is run a solid priming pet. I use a Hound, Good Boy Harrow that primes Cold from Coolant Leak and then Puncture, Impact, Heat, Radiation, Magnetic and Vital from its butt totem. The most important effects here are the Heat for Armor Strip and then the Vital for the health damage, though that doesn't mean the other ones are useless because they still add a ton of damage through Condition Overload. This is without a doubt one of the best melee weapons, if not one of the best weapons, in the game. Because while a lot of melee weapons can absolutely utilize melee influence, very few synergize with it as well as the Venato Prime. And when on top of that you add the absolutely correct stats, like I genuinely did not expect this to be an upgrade across the board to the standard Venato, because the standard Venato was already really good, you end up with an absolute monster of a melee weapon. I think it's a bit of a shame that the Venato Prime got overshadowed quite a bit by the Sniper. I mean, they nerfed the Sniper, so maybe it's not gonna be as pronounced as it was on release, but still. All in all though, I would absolutely recommend you give this a shot. It is one of the most disgusting melee weapons you will ever own. And as always guys, I thank you very much for watching, and I hope you've enjoyed the video. Then, I would also like to extend a special thank you to all the channel members. Thank you very much guys, I really appreciate your support. It means a lot to me. And I'll see you next time. Bye bye.